You know, that was a little bit underwhelming. That's the best way I can put it. What's up? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today I'm bringing you an anime review of Onihei Episode 3, the make or break episode. And this week's criminal of the week is an assassin by the name of Hanashiro, who is a Ronin. And he's looking for the killer of his father. He's been looking for this person for the past 20 years. And where we start in this episode, he is in the same city as our main character, Heizo. And he's been here for about 3 years, living with this family of people who are, they notice he's kind of sketchy, but they're like, as long as he pays his rent, we don't care what he does. But the wife is kind of like, I don't know what's wrong with him. We need to kick him out or something. And the father seems to have known what's going on with him, or the husband rather, because he said, unless you've been a samurai, unless you've been in those shoes, you don't know what he's going through. So, hush your mouth, let him do what he does. As long as he pays, we don't care. So that leads him to basically take odd jobs to survive. He's an assassin, basically, so he can make ends meet and to live, because if he doesn't find the killer of his father, if he doesn't avenge his father, he feels that he can't call himself a samurai because he basically won't uphold his duty. It's a type of honor thing, so that's why he's doing what he does. And something that's interesting about this character as well is that he has killed so many people that he says he has the scent of blood on him, and he even gets to the point where he has like nightmares or just like visions of just blood all over his body. So he douches himself in like this kind of oil or this kind of sweet perfume to try to wash it away, because he's really gone mentally at this point. Which leads us to the times that he runs into Heizo in his encounters. He runs into him about 2 or 3 times in this episode. In fact, when the episode starts off, we see their first clash with each other, and he has a mask on his face, so Heizo can't recognize who he is, but he did recognize a sweet smell. And it kind of threw him off at first because he thought it was a woman, but he was like, his attack style was a little bit too aggressive to be a female. So why would he smell like perfume or makeup? So we found out why. It's because he has this bloodlust, and he has this overwhelming scent of blood that he feels is on his body. He tries to wash it off, that he tries to actually, wipe away. And he goes to a certain shop to get this certain scent. About every 3 months is when he feels that he has to go back. And with that knowledge being found by Heizo, by him going around the town and investigating and trying to find the smell, which he does track down, he was able to find out that he goes to a certain shop at a certain time. So he had his people there to try to stake out where he is. And they did find him. It was just like clockwork. Around the 3-month time, he was able to find him, but his lackeys was unable to take him down. He took the guys out like clockwork, but it wasn't a complete failure because they was able to find his face. There are some other things going on as well, like the little inn that Hanashiro was staying in. There was a young girl that was there that these people, I guess, took in too. And she would take care of him. She would bring him food and water, try to nurse him back to health. But he didn't want the girl to be involved with him at all. She's like, you're stupid, get away from me. These people are scolding you because you're trying to help. And it was one point where they actually struck the girl for, disobeying him and actually trying to help this person that they know is a killer. And that's when he did what he does best and killed these people and decided to take the girl in with him. And now he wants to live a life with her and try to run away with her. Unfortunately, that's going to lead up to some things that was just kind of left unsaid about this episode, because he kept upping and upping Hanashiro the amount that he was taking to try to kill Onihei, which is probably why he was failing every time he tried to do it. Maybe it was on purpose, or maybe as things got harder, he was like, you know what, I need more money to try to kill this guy because I'm trying to make a living. I'm trying to actually get out of here. And one of the people was like, even though this benefactor wants Heizo dead and he has a lot of money, you need to kind of stop trying to press this guy for more money. I'm telling you now, he's not going to take any more. You're getting out of hand. Either kill him, or we're going to just find somebody else that can, because there's no shortage of assassins, especially back in those days. So with that being said, I don't know. It's like we never find out who this benefactor was, unless that's something that's overlaying into the series. Like maybe we'll find out who this person is that was trying to kill Heizo. But I can tell you that Hanashiro doesn't succeed. And even though the clashes that we get with these two people were actually pretty good and the music was good as well, he ultimately ends up failing. And what was so ironic is that Hanashiro ends up getting killed by some random shopkeeper who doesn't end up being random. It's actually the person that killed his father ends up killing killing him, and it was like some type of ironic lesson there. But at this point I was like, wow, it just really did feel like they just threw that in out of nowhere. So that's been kind of the flow of this series overall. So that's kind of going to determine if you're going to want to watch the series or not. It's episodic, so you're going to get something different every week, but at the same time, once again, they don't build these characters enough up for you to care about them. I mean, yeah, Hanashiro, he did have a tragic backstory. You did feel a little bit of care in the fact the only reason he put himself in a position to be killed by this innkeeper anyway, who was really the person that killed his father in disguise, was that when he finally did get to Heizo for the third time, he kind of didn't have that bloodlust anymore. He had more of a will to live. And Heizo basically said, well, now it seems like you have something to live for, so that's why you're not trying to attack me with all your might like you have before. And in the midst of him running away, he ends up getting struck down by this person by saying, I killed your father and I killed you too. That's the end of that. So it kind of left me like, what? And then at the end of the day, a scratched up Heizo goes home and tells his wife about what happened today, and then she was like, oh my god, that's so dangerous. And you're like, you know what? If he would have killed me, I would have been happy, because I really did respect his sword skills. And his son was like, don't worry, Dad, if somebody kills you, I'll avenge you, ha ha ha. And he's like, yeah, right, son, value your life while you got it. You ain't ready for that yet. So yeah, that was episode 3 of Onihei. How do I feel about it? Honestly, I want to say I'll give it one more episode. So if this is the last video you see about Onihei, you know I don't want to say I'll drop it, but I'm just going to watch it on my own. And then, you know, just enjoy it from there. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more reviews for it. That will be depending on how next week goes around. So if you don't see a video next week, that just means there won't be any more videos of Onihei, because it just feels too streamlined. It just feels like there's no substance there, because it's so episodic and there's nothing really tying together. It's like they give you an episode, and by the end of it, the conclusion leaves you so empty. You're just kind of like, well, this was just like a one-time thing, and this would have been fine like many years ago probably, or maybe even not then. It's like when you have a series like this, it kind of needs an overarching story in order to put things together a little bit better. I don't think the episodic thing is really working in anime form. If this was like a drama series, or maybe if it was like something that was an hour long, you have more time to build up things that fits his flaws in it. But it just seems like a 20 minute episode just isn't enough time for this series to accomplish what it was. And it may just be going off of the strength that this is a very popular drama series in Japan. So in closing, that's that. Onihei, I'll watch next week, but if you don't see a review, that just means that if you don't receive a review by like Tuesday or Wednesday, it just means that I just decided not to cover it anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, guys. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's not short of content that you indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. And I really appreciate that. So thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.